gotta move on and live your life. Find your destiny. Calico!
You were talking in your sleep. Weirdo.
Grease is genuinely amusing. Alright, so here we are on the Mantis. I love the way that Star Wars ships look. They have a really interesting aesthetic. It reminds me of, it just feels like the 60s and 70s to me. It's so nice. Ben says, probably a stupid question, but I wonder where the original cast from the movies are in the events of this. So Leia is currently a princess on Alderaan. She is, I think, 5 years old right now. Luke is on Tatooine, 5 years old, with his aunt and uncle, hiding there. Obi-Wan Kenobi is also hiding on Tatooine, watching over Luke from afar. And Han Solo is just a smuggler. I believe he's on a moon somewhere as like a street urchin. And Chewbacca is enslaved, I think. Or if not, working on Kashyyyk. So that's the main cast, that's where they all are. And Vader is at the Inquisitorius, training all of the Jedi, or Sith, I should say, Inquisitors, the Jedi Hunters. Including that second sister that we just saw. That's kind of his operation. So Cal has a unique ability among Jedi. I think Cameron Monaghan would be a great pick for Kvothe if they ever adapted The Name of the Wind. I don't know why. I don't know if he even looks like him, but in my head, he's who I had pictured when I was reading that book.
That song, I wrote it years ago. You touch an object and witness events connected to it. You feel its history.
It's an echo in the force from the object.
Not many Jedi have that skill.
How would you know that?
I was once a Jedi, but not anymore.
Do I know you?
No. But I knew your master, Jaro Tapal. He was a true guardian of the Republic.
He was a hero. Listen. Something happened to me during the Purge. I survived, but my connection to the Force is damaged. When I meditate, if I let my guard down, I lose control. And it's like I'm back in that moment when...
You survived, Cal. And you're not alone. Not anymore.
We're coming up on our destination.
So this begins to get into the themes of the game, which are sort of this like post-Order 66 PTSD and what it's like to survive. Ben asks, Cal's voice sounds familiar. Who is it? Cal is played by an actor named Cameron Monaghan. His whole image is also just Cameron Monaghan. He looks like the person who plays him because it was all done for performance capture.
This is Bogdo. A Jedi I knew discovered it before the Purge. You won't find it on any maps.
The Empire doesn't know this place exists.
No.
So, what's the plan? We hide out here?
We're done hiding, Cal. See that structure over there? I believe that vault holds the key to rebuilding the Jedi Order. But it requires someone strong in the Force to pass its test.
And since you're not a Jedi anymore, that's why you need me.
I know you don't trust me. And I'm not really sure I trust you. But we have a common enemy and a common cause. I'll share more of my plan after you reach the vault. But until then, there's someone here I think you should meet. May the Force be with you.
Guess I'm looking for
So
a Jedi then. But if there's already one here, why does Cere need me?
yet another Star Wars plot that involves a Jedi hidden on a swamp planet. But yeah, Cameron Monaghan has been in all sorts of things. He was on NCIS. He was on Gotham, where he plays Jerome and Jeremiah, the not Joker. He was on Shameless. He won, I think, an Emmy for Shameless or something like that. He was part of the ensemble cast of Shameless. He was some characters in Avatar: The Last Airbender, in Malcolm in the Middle, Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide, if you're old. So, yeah, that's what he's from. He's from a lot of things. He's a TV actor. And I mean, he's been in movies and stuff too, but... And as mentioned before, friend of a friend. It's very surreal knowing that he could show up in my friend circle at any time. Just because, you know, I I love this game and love his character and, you know, have his lightsaber on display behind me in my office. So definitely can't have him over the house. He'd learn too much.
A safe place to meditate. Just need to focus my mind.
So these are save points. This is the bonfire analog in this game. So save points are located throughout Cal's journey. Make sure to interact with them to save your progress. Save points are where Cal can rest and spend skill points to acquire new skills. So we can open the skill tree. And this is what makes it different from most other Souls-likes. So this game has a skill tree. It doesn't have builds. So if you play correctly and get all the things and get all the skill points, and get enough experience, you can unlock every single skill in the game. We'll get the heavy attack right now. Callus says, non-horror game. Hello, Toaster in chat. Hello, Callus. Welcome. Yeah, we're playing the Star Wars Sekiro-like Jedi Fallen Order, my favorite Star Wars game. Yeah, BD1.
Hey, BD1. I'm Cal. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm looking for someone. No, not you. I'm searching for a Jedi, I think. Hold on. You know the Jedi? What do you know? Wait, hold on. Did you just slice that? Thanks.
BD1 is so great. Just truly excellent droid. I believe his unit type was introduced in Fallen Order and made canon in Book of Boba Fett.
Cere mentioned. Whoever I'm supposed to find
Made canon, quote unquote, brought into live action. So here you can see the Metroid Prime influence. This map was very heavily inspired by Metroid Prime. Even this tutorial plays out the same as the Metroid Prime map tutorial. It's got a very detailed map telling you exactly where you can go, what things are, what levels things are on. It can tell you explored paths, inexplored paths, and even areas you can and cannot go to based on the abilities you currently have. So here you can see unexplored, unexplored. That will show up in yellow. Areas we can't go through will turn red. Areas we can go through will be blue. Let's look around. Let's have some fun, huh? I didn't really look around the starting platform. I'm sure there's stuff over there.
I sense something over here.
So Cal's
It's a really big bug.
psychometry gives him a really interesting gameplay justification for some, or narrative justification for some gameplay elements. Namely, it explains why... Oh, no, I died. Why he can, for example, learn things from items and why we can get item descriptions. Why he can, you know, get new abilities by picking up equipment in the environment. I think it's a really clever use of, like, a canon element that does exist that makes a really good gameplay element. It's very cool. Blue says, I want clairvoyance too. Yeah. I don't think Cal can really read the future, but he can read the past, which is neat. Ben says, do you like Watchmen? Yeah, I like Watchmen. Foundational, really excellent graphic novel. I really like the follow-up TV show as well. There we go. Get our souls back. We unfortunately are not able to traverse past there right now. We don't have the ability needed for it. Ben asks, what about the film? The Watchmen film? I think it's okay. I think the changes are really unnecessary.
After boggling eggs and the pack fought back.
All right, got our first thing. Our first Force Echo, Boggling Studies. Dead Splocks. A dead Splocks killed by Boglings when it attempted to raid their next. So that's the Splocks. So it's those bugs are called Sploxes. Through a rare ability known as psychometry, Cal can receive information from the Force.
That's why BD1 warned me. All right, maybe I'll listen to you next time.
Cal and BD1 have a great little relationship. Let's see. I don't think we can make it if we try to jump over there right now, so I'm not even going to try that. I don't know if there's any Force Echoes over there. Let's go back and look real quick. Look at all these guys. So cool. I love Star Wars' weird little creatures. They're so fun and bizarre. We can't go back into the Mantis yet, I don't believe. Is there anything behind the Mantis for us to interact with? No. Alright, we just gotta move forward. Can't go this way. Don't have any sort of traversal abilities, so we're kind of limited in where we can go to start. This game looks so cool, so cinematic and ultra-wide.
Any ideas? Gotta get across this gap somehow. The zipline? Whoa!
This droid's gotta have crazy stability.
Wait, you didn't?
Alright. We're gonna follow BD1 here and not make the same mistake everyone else does.
Just like back at the scrapyard. Hold on, BD1, I'm coming.
Badass little droid. Doesn't even flinch walking through the incredibly fast, murderous fan blade.
Hey, that was pretty brave. You okay? Wait, I can help you with that. Will you let me? Oh, okay. Well, your scomplink is busted, but this should help you get moving for now. Okay, try that. The vault. Yeah, that's where I was headed to. Okay, well, first we gotta figure out a way out of this place.
I love that Cal just speaks droid fluently. I mean, like, everyone in Star Wars speaks droid fluently, but I just especially love that Cal speaks droid fluently. So, the way that this game does rewards is it gives you cosmetics. And I actually love this because I am a sucker for customization, and it's cool that it ties in too. For the Jedi, customizing your lightsaber and making it your own and building your own when you need one is a huge rite of passage and a part of their culture. So you can customize everything from the color of the Kyber crystal to the different, emitter types, switch types, sleeves, and you can get a ton of them throughout the game. So I think they're pretty cool. I'm a big fan of this system. You can even change the material of the metal that it's made out of. We'll just leave it as default for now, though. So Cal's saber is canonically blue, but I will probably change it eventually once we unlock more colors. Andrew says, I personally think I prefer droids to have animal personality types.
That's a little small for me.
Compared to R2-D2 or C-3PO. I like the mixture. I like BD1 because he's kind of puppy-like as well. He's a rapscallion.
Whoever lived here used this room for storage. They kept food and supplies.
So you see, we get experience when we do stuff like that too. So there's a benefit to picking up lore. So this says larder. Someone lived here for a long time using this larder for storage and provisions. We have a few other entries in our data bank as well. We have one on the boggling studies, one on the researcher. Soon enough, we'll get some about the different characters as well. We'll read through those when we get them. It's amazing looking, just casting light with your lightsaber like this. So cool. Ew.
Those vines look like they lead somewhere. Hope they're sturdy.
Oh, a bunch of junk.
Yeah, I'm all right. Healing stem. You're full of surprises. That's better. Thanks, little droid. Okay, let's try this again. Okay. Here, hop on board.
That's fun. So yeah, now we unlocked Estes.
So, how'd you get here? Don't remember? I've never known a forgetful droid. Can't argue with that.
So we have our Estes flask analog now. We can heal. And we have our little companion NPC.
Chest. Think the Jedi would mind if we grab supplies? Something we can use?
And we got a new emitter from someone named Eno Cordova.
That's where we need to go. I can feel it.
Ben says, one question, what exactly is in a healing stim? I believe it's unrefined Bacta, which is a chemical that is refined at the bottom of an ocean that is used for medical stuff in the Star Wars universe. There we go, got that taken care of. They detail how Bacta is refined as a key questline in the first Knights of the Old Republic game. If I remember, healing stims are made out of that material. So we will go over here and explore the area we're supposed to go very soon. But there is another area we want to explore first. So we're going to head backwards. Ooh. So let's really quickly rest here so that we move our respawn point. Rest to restore life force. Resting is not required to save your progress. Resting will respawn enemies. We know that. Okay. Now we gotta focus, because there's two things we have to explore. First things first, we'll go down here.
What is this place?
Oh, oops. We want to grab this.
The Jedi used this place to study the sphere above. I can still feel the excitement.
So this is how the game does upgrade mechanics. You can pick up different echoes from the Force that do different things for you. They can increase your health, or they can increase your Force points. They can give you abilities, give you experience. That's sort of how the game incentivizes exploring and looking for items. So research notes. Meticulously handcrafted notes on the energy sphere left behind by the researcher on Bogdo. Let's look through the databank, because we did unlock quite a few things. So let's summarize the quest. Chapter 1, The Journey Begins. Cal Kestis, a former Jedi Padawan, has been hiding out on Bracca since Order 66. Cal joined a scrapping crew and lived in hiding for years, but blew his cover when he used the Force to save his friend Prof from a deadly fall. This prompted the ruthless 2nd and 9th Sisters to attack him. Cal was narrowly saved by two mysterious individuals, Cere and Grease Dritus. Now they find themselves on the remote planet of Bogdo, ready to discover the secrets of an ancient vault. So we have notes on flora and fauna that we'll get by killing enemies and looking around finding stuff. So the first one is about Bracca. Bracca is a poor mid-rim world dominated by rocky plains. It was the site of a fierce campaign during the Clone Wars. Battles in orbit and on the surface raged as the Separatists attempted to wrest away Republic control of the system. The Separatists were aided by sympathizers from within the Scrapper Guild, nearly leading to their victory over the planet. In retaliation, the newly formed Empire cut wages and lowered safety standards within Bracca scrapyards. So, for those who are not well-versed in Star Wars lore, the three sort of galactic tiers of civilization are the core worlds, which are sort of the center of the galaxy where the Empire now is located, but where the Republic was located. Those are worlds like Coruscant, right? The galactic capital. Then there are mid-rim worlds, which are worlds in the outer sort of reaches of civilization. Not the complete boondocks, but those were areas that are a little bit more politically unstable and were kind of the center of the conflict between the Republic and the Separatists. Then you have the Outer Rim, and those are the real boondocks areas. Those are the furthest places away, usually as far down the shipping lanes as you could possibly get. Hyperspace lanes basically only go out that far. That's planets like Tatooine, where, Luke was hidden. So that's why, for example, the Empire was never able to find Luke, because he was, way far off outside of civilization. He's basically hidden in, northern Canada, the expanse of the frontier, so to speak, in terms of Star Wars. Ibtis Maw. Bracca is home to the Ibtis Maw, a superorganism that superficially resembles Tatooine's Sarlacc. The various mouths of the Ibtis Maw connect to a vast, distributed digestive system that resides hundreds of meters below Bracca's surface. The mouths of the maw that reside in the scrapyard have swollen to immense size, fed by a steady diet of starship material. Let's see. Empire on Bracca. The Scrapper Guild. The Scrapper Guild is a network of engineers and laborers that operate in concert with the Galactic Empire, recycling and repurposing technology, machinery, and infrastructure throughout the galaxy. Since the rise of the Empire, the Scrapper Guild has focused heavily on an expensive but highly successful campaign to do away with all vehicles, equipment, and technology associated with the Republic. Scrapping is the most profitable industry on Bracca. During the Clone Wars, the planet's facilities were optimized to break down enormous flagships. Now, it continues to be a center for the disposal of starships despite Imperial ire with the Scrapper Guild. Bracca's cargo trains serve as a high-speed transport network for parts being shipped off-world. The average shipment travels through 25 security checkpoints before being exported to the core worlds for resale. So, of course, the Empire wants to very strongly control technology, especially shipping technology and things that could be used to fight against them. War machines will be repurposed. Shipping, freighters, things like that will be all heavily regulated and sold. Cal Kestis is a young scrapper working on the remote world of Bracca, but hiding a dangerous secret. He was a Jedi Padawan. So he was a Padawan when Order 66 happened. He wasn't yet a full Jedi Knight. He was undergoing training. When his close friend Prof is about to be killed in a tragic accident, Cal uses the Force to save him. The event reveals Cal as a Jedi to the deadly killers of the Empire, the Inquisitors, and he barely escapes aboard a rogue starship thanks to 2 new friends. Cere is a former Jedi who survived Order 66. So Order 66, again, for those out of the loop, is the order that Palpatine gave to the brainwashed clones that forced them to comply with his order and kill all of the Jedi. This was the final kind of linchpin in a plan to take over the Galactic Empire, or the Galactic Republic, and turn it into the Galactic Empire, I should say. She teamed up with Starship Captain Grease Dritus on a secret mission to rebuild the Jedi Order. After saving Cal from the Imperial Inquisitors, she begins to mentor him. Grease Dritus is a 4-armed Latero and a captain of the Mantis. He works for Cere and appears to hold her in high esteem despite his otherwise curmudgeonly nature. After saving Cal on Bracca, Grease reluctantly accepts the young Jedi's friendship. Cal encounters BD-1 while exploring the mysterious world Bogano. BD-1 is curious, good-natured, and utterly fearless in the face of danger. He has quickly grown attached to Cal and seems intent on leading the young Jedi towards something or someone waiting inside the ancient vault that looms over Bogano's horizon. The second sister is a relentless Imperial Inquisitor. She arrives on Bracca to hunt Cal Kestis, a surviving Jedi Padawan. Sadistically toying with her prey, she ruthlessly kills Cal's friend Prof before striking. In the attack, Cal is forced to flee, barely escaping, but the hunt has only just begun. The sardonic ninth sister joins the second sister in hunting for Cal on Bracca. A powerful Dawutin, the ninth sister's presence creates terror wherever she goes, a fact she relishes. Jaro Tabal, Cal deceased's master, still haunts the former Padawan. An imposing Lasat, Jaro Tabal served the Republic with distinction during the Clone Wars. Finally, we have Prof. On Bracca, an Abdenito scrap worker named Prof defends and mentors Cal. When an accident almost claims Prof's life, Cal uses the Force to save him, but recklessly reveals himself as a Jedi. Soon, Imperial Inquisitors arrive for Cal, but Prof gives his own life to save him, allowing Cal a chance to escape. So there we go. We got all the lore notes so far. We can't do anything else in this room, so we got to just kind of move forward. We already got our Estus, so we can do the thing that many other people try to do before getting Estus, but fail miserably at. And this is something that I did as well my first time playing, though it only took me a few tries. We get to fight the dreaded Oingo Boingo. And there's a trick to it that makes it super easy.
That thing looks like it smells worse than Grease does.
So there we go. This thing. Here we go. Oh, dang, waste of an attack. That's the one we want. Oof.
Quick, help! BD-1?
Come back for me, man. Ah, that hurt. Ah, got clipped. Ben says, my favorite planet in this game is Hoth. Is Hoth in this game? I don't think it's in this game. You might be thinking of Ilum. Ilum is in this game. But it is, in fact, the setting of Shadows of the Empire. Good old Dash Rendar. Raph says, Keith did it after some 50 tries because he's very stubborn. I do not think it will take me 50 tries.
Throw it!
Oof, got stuck in him. It should be relatively quick. As long as we just hug that corridor and use the environment to our advantage, we can easily kind of just take care of him. The trial of Oingo Boingo. Every young Jedi's rite of passage. So yesterday I was testing this game, wanted to make sure the ultra-wide settings worked, wanted to make sure that the cutscene fixer worked. It took me, I think, 4 tries to beat him, so should be able to do it. I mean, no promises that I'll be able to do it perfectly, but... Ben asks, do I like medieval history? I mean, I like history in general. I wouldn't say I have any super strong feelings about medieval history, but... Come on, come get me. Oh no, what a waste. He's getting a little feisty. There we go. Oingo Boingo down. We did it. You want to see a magic trick? I can make Oingo Boingo disappear.
Can you slice
So
this?
go over here.
Sorry about your scoplink, but standing up to that bog rat, pretty brave.
So he
Moving out.
can't use that because his scomp link broke. We'll interact with this. Life essence
Bogdo was
required.
killed. Was it trying to defend its family?
So right here, Bogling corpse. The Bogling fought back against an Oggdo, desperately trying to protect its family. Where'd the Oggdo Bogdo go? It disappeared. There you go. That took us, what, 3 tries? Not nearly as long as it took Keith. If you're interested in watching a furry modded Jedi Fallen Order playthrough, look up Keith Ballard on YouTube, where he plays as his persona. Ben says, the beginning, when you fought the Inquisitor, it reminded me of the Koten Khan fight in Ghost of Tsushima, where you're not supposed to win. Yeah, so you're scripted to not win the second sister fight. It doesn't matter how well you're playing it, it will just end, which is actually exactly what happens in the beginning of Sekiro as well. There's a fight against Genichiro where no matter what, you lose. You can beat him in the fight, but the cutscene, no matter what, ends with you losing it. All right, so we need to go back up top now. Fight some more. What are those? Boglings, I think? Bog rats? That one's just kind of spacing out. Flute will D. Oop. I did not mean to have him stim me.
What's this?
Generally, a hyper-aggressive territorial species, bog rats gradually formed mutualistic relationships with splocks. Splocks will disturb bogling nests, luring them to the surface to be ambushed and eaten by bog rats. Once the adult boglings are out of the way, splocks burrow into their nests and devour the eggs. So, this is a bog rat. Will burrow into the ground as a deception before attacking. Easy to parry, avoid being surrounded. A common pest, the bog rat is a simple predator that feeds off small creatures like boglings. Their poor eyesight makes them easy prey to their natural enemy, the Oggdo. Often attacking in packs, they will surround their foes in numbers, appearing to retreat. They are known to burrow below ground as a sly defense before springing to attack, surprising their prey. Their hardened skin makes them somewhat resistant to lightsaber attacks. Ben says, I hate Sekiro, controls were too difficult to understand. Oh, I'm sorry. I love Sekiro. It's one of my favorite games ever. I think it's one of the best games ever made. I like that it's extremely simple. You just have a few moves that all do really specific things, and the game is just super pared down around just those few mechanics. I wish every game was like Sekiro. And actually, one of the reasons why I think this is the only good Souls-like out there is that it learns a lot from Sekiro and understands that simplicity is kind of king in these games, and as such, is not overcrowded with mechanics like something like Neo or Wo Long as a point of comparison, which was not very good. There we go. Get some meager experience from the bugs before we move forward. All right. Well, hey! Can't believe how stable the BD unit is.
You mapped everywhere we've been.
So here you can see the game, just like Metroid Prime's map, shows you areas you can move through and areas you cannot, which is very nice. And that's, honestly, this is kind of the first inkling that this game is going to be even more Metroidvania. Even more Metroidvania than most Souls-likes. You know, I've often said Souls-like games are really just fancy 3D Metroidvania games, because even though you're not getting progression abilities, you are getting progression. You'll get a key, or you'll go around a path to open new shortcuts that allow you to access things, pulling levers, opening doors, etc. It's all very gated progression. But this game kind of takes it the next step and says, no, what if you actually did get traversal abilities, and those traversal abilities very, very drastically affect your overall ability to navigate the map and take on different threats. So, if you like games like Metroid Prime, which is one of this game's biggest inspirations, you might actually like this game, even if you don't like other Souls-likes. Very unique in that regard.
Where are you going? So what was in there?
Bogdo Dawn poncho material. So here's the other aspect of customization in this game. You can wear different ponchos. That's all. Nothing fancy about it. You can just give them a little coat or not. You can also change BD1's outfit. I like the yellow and black one because yellow is my favorite color. Vanguard, I think, is like a camo kind of Boba Fett looking outfit. It's kind of cool. And you can also spray paint the Mantis once the model loads. It might not like ultra wide layout, but you can do that at any time. There we go. Look at that gold Mantis. Looks super cool, but we'll leave it as the base. I wonder if there's any cool like speed running tricks with this vine, because you have pretty much 360 control with these. Dude. I love the score in this game. It is truly Star Wars.
This tool was used by someone eager to reach the vault.
Again, a tool used by a traveler who wanted to reach the mysterious vault. So these are all touch points that Cal is interacting with, that he's seeing memories through the Force from. Raph says it sounds John Williams-esque. Yeah, that's what I like about it, is it definitely has that Star Wars sound font, but it also doesn't just sound like a copy of John Williams. It has its own little flourishes, which I really enjoy. It's another reason why I really like the Mandalorian score, because it also sounds like it fits in Star Wars, but doesn't just sound like a pure ripoff of John Williams. I think it's very, very good. I listen to that score constantly. And if we're lucky, we can do this and circumvent that entire section. Little speed run trick for you. We're gonna do this section though because I want the experience. So we got another Oggdo over there, and it is a super predator in this area, so it will fight the other enemies in the area. See, they'll fight each other.
I need one. Hurry.
Oof. Thankfully, I got that shortcut unlocked. So that Oggdo is weaker than Oggdo Bogdo, as far as I know. I don't think it has as much HP. Get wrecked, Bogling. Ouch. Aha! Oh god.
Help me! Quick, help!
There we go. Yay, we get to scan this one.
I'm looking.
Sever the tongue with a combination of the Force and lightsaber attacks. Highly dangerous, lightsaber resistant. The Oggdo is a highly threatening alpha predator at the top of the Bogano food chain. This creature attacks with an adhesive tongue capable of reaching 8 meters in length that latches onto its prey, then pulls them into its jaw. This form of strike is particularly effective against most foes. Due to its thick hide, it is able to resist a straight-on lightsaber attack, and is extremely dangerous at close range, often leaping at a target to close the distance. So we just witnessed that. Fight me, Bogling. Oh yeah, skill point.
Can't get it to work.
So we'll need to find a different way around there, which I think we might be able to do. Just have an inkling of that. Now you might be asking, Toaster, why didn't we go up that shortcut you opened? And the answer is, we need something to progress that is back here. Alright. Oop, I did not mean to rest on that again. I was trying to center my camera.